Patan is one of the three former kingdoms located in Kathmandu Valley in Nepal. Founded more than 1,500 years ago, the town is believed to be one of the oldest in the world. Situated in the ancient trade route between India and Tibet, Patan developed its unique mixture of Hinduism and Buddhism and amazingly rich artistic and cultural heritage. Visitors are utterly awestruck by the sheer concentration of enchanted palaces, temples, pagodas, and monuments in the Patan Palace Square, built by the Malla dynasty, which is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. In one of the courtyards of the palace is the Sundari Chowk, which has exquisite stone and wood carvings, and is said to be one of the most beautiful and historically important sites in Nepal. Built in 1647 by King Siddhi Nasim Malla, Sundari Chowk, the courtyard, and the palace complex itself has been repeatedly damaged by earthquakes. It was only 2 years ago that the Kathmandu Valley Preservation Trust, which has been involved in 2 decades of heritage conservation work in Nepal, finally received permission from the Department of Archaeology to renovate the structures. Although the whole area is currently under heavy scaffolding, the exceptional architecture and crafts still shine through the dirt and rubble around them.
This building was not used. It was vacant since '93, and before the '93, it was used by the police. It was housed a jail and all the police station. This is like when the criminals come, they used to keep it here in the historical place. Thank God it was removed from '92 when the UNESCO documentation project was launched here. They are doing all the documentation of the building. When we came to this building, since it was unused for several years, almost 20 years, everywhere it was leaking. There was holes on the roof. From outside, it does not look like so bad on the roof, but most of the problem always in our traditional building comes from the roof. Since there is a lack of fund, even the people know there is some problem, and they could not do any restoration over here. So we started from roof and we came down and we scanned many places the wall which was very bad condition. In our Nepali architecture, you always have symmetry on the facade. So you can see the first window and last window should be the same detail. So the last window also lost central lattice, so we have to replace, which we copied from here. And the second one copied from the next one. So in the same way we did several changes on all the facades just to make it as much as it should be how they look like in the old days.
Among the amazing art crafts in Sundari Chowk, the most striking is the superbly carved sunken water tank in the center of the square, which is 4 meters in diameter and 2 meters deep. Named Tusahiti, this masterpiece of stone sculpture has attracted enormous attention of the world.
And this water we have tested this water, this is the drinkable water. But unfortunately we had a very bad accident about 18 to 20 months ago. The main object of the Tusahiti, we call Tusahiti, there is about 10 installed image of the Vishnu and the Lakshmi was stolen in the middle of the night. So that moment was a shocking moment for me, even you have security, all these things lost, and we have really bad time. So I still really feel bad about missing those important objects. It was in almost every tourist book, every architectural book, so it's something it cannot come to outside because everybody knows about that. But still until then we don't know how long it will take to find. We have made a replica of that, at least for now. And even I think if we even find it, we should not put it here for safety reason. It should go to the museum in the secure place. if you put it back, it's still, we don't feel like, it's safety. Even in the stone sculptures, when we have reconstructed the whole wall, we put stainless steel pins to secure the thing. Otherwise, these things are, in Nepal, we still have lots of theft problems with the artifacts. So right now, how we install all these stone sculptures is with pin and with some kind of a glue imported from outside, so you cannot really take it out, those stone sculptures. If you try to take it out, it will rather break than you can take it out. There is nothing new, any sculpture added in the restoration project. Everything is old historical pieces. We just clean all the way, like I take out all the pieces and clean all the way around, because it was all on the mud bed, so, and put it back in the proper respective places. Here you can see there is some greenish from the rainwater, because it's a soft stone, so some of the stones are soft. When the drainage of the courtyard was not so good, so when we have a big rain, it all under the water for several hours. It took like 4 to 5 hours to drain out the water, so it gets all the time wet and it has damp all the time. That is the reason some of the soft stone was worn out so quickly. In general, when people come and see, they don't see all the details. Actually, there are hundreds of snakes as whatever is umbrella of the god. This is the only piece which was one of the pieces which was damaged from the earthquake. Otherwise, most of the objects was fine. I don't see any big damage. And since these are like freestanding, if the building fall on it, so there should be like all the rubbles on that. So it might be some beam or something hit right on the thing. That's why it has more damage. And there is one more thing, like you can see here. The face of this Bhairava is gone, so it might be also damaged from earthquake, but we can't tell, There is also something the face is broken. So this is one of the Kali god, it's called Baglamukhi, and she's trying to kill the demon with putting her fingers on the mouth. So there are so many, it has also kind of a story. So in Nepali culture, you find like story in every single detail. So this lots of guidebooks, all of people say that this is a royal bath, they call as royal bath, but I don't believe it's a royal bath, because the king who built this was very religious king, and there are like so many god and goddesses. I don't think he will have the naked bath here or something. I think this water, and you can see like the spot is also not comfortable for the bath, taking shower or bath, but I think this spot is made for worshipping the god. They just take the water for worship the god, not for the bath. For the bath you have the big tank outside, it is for the bath, I think. And this is like you can see, this is the bed of the king. It's not for sleeping, this is for the meditation, and the king used to do lots of meditation in the bed. And there is a myth saying that in the winter king has king do the meditation without any clothes here, and in the summer king make a fire on the four corners of the bed and he used to do meditation. So it even all this myth, it supports that this cannot be a royal bath. In our traditional architecture, you can see like these are pillars in the same building. Many people does not look carefully how different they are. Like in the Western culture, you have the pilasters, they are all same. So they have some kind of rules to keep, how tall, how wide, all these things. But in Nepal, we don't have rules. We have free to do it. And here, even it looks like the same pillar. You can see the different. Even you just look on these sections. Yeah? So these are different. These are different. See, these are different. So every detail is different. I think the reason behind this is this was carved by the different craftsmen, so everybody is putting their idea. So overall configuration, they fix it, and later on the detail they do as they wish or as they like or something like that. Even you can imagine like this, these we call neutral details. It does not have any iconographic significance, but when it comes to the images, they are always different. They never have the same thing. Like here also you can see these are different. The images are always different. It's not repetitive any other place or any other same period building or same style building. Everything is completely different. So this is the reason why we have really difficult time when something is missing. We don't know how to do it. What can be there, what we should carve. So this is the very challenging work in our conservation in the Kathmandu Valley. These niches are, you see the images here, they are not original to these buildings. It's very difficult to say like what was here or what should be here. But certainly you can compare this one and that one. This is older piece. I think this is from 18th century, but it's still not the original to the building. It came from the different place and they just stuck here. And there are 20 niches in the courtyard. So out of the 20, this is the only old one, but it's still not original one. But the rest is all made in 1975 for the coronation of the king. And it was just made to fill the niche. It was not done properly, or the carving is not good enough, and the deities is not matching sort of like to the whole sequence. In our traditional architecture, whenever the goddess or goddesses are here, there was always a story behind that. There is always sequence about this, which god should go from which place. So these are the issues we always have the problem. If some carving is missing, then it is not easy to find what should be there. But we have several meetings with iconographic historians. They think that since they are beside the doors, it should be not God, it should be a kind of a guards to protect the palace. So we are working on that. We might come to some solution someday, and we will have the new images for this thing.